Welcome back, everybody, to some more EU4 Bologna Baloney, but we're Italy now, so kinda Bologna Baloney. Anyway, this time around we're going to finish dealing with France. Shouldn't be a huge challenge. Do we move our navy over here? No, I'm just going to have them go back to our main base. It's fine. Yeah, we think the AI has done classic AI things and spread its troops out into a couple of main places, never combine them. And it's made our life a lot easier. Just AI gonna do AI things. I guess we can probably split these again in half. I still don't see any sign of any major French troops anywhere near us. Watch them bop us the second we do this, but we'll see. Poland doesn't need us sat on this siege. We're just attritioning for no reason. State patronage. No, what a waste of money and time. Heated debates. Some members of the parliament are having some concerns regarding our increasingly bad reputation. They are claiming it's having a negative effect on our trade relations. This question has been raised numerous times in the past, but not that many have thought of it of any consequence. This time the matter's causing some really heated debates, though. Perhaps we should try and settle things down before we get out of hand. It's probably wise when we just spend money to make it go away, or we lose stability. We're not losing a stability, so we'll take the relatively pocket change pain. There's some of France's troops. Why are they prioritizing Bohemia of all things? That's really strange. Even by AI standards, that seems kind of weird. And I say that because, A, they were the last, I nearly said team, nation dragged into this war, but they're also the furthest away. Well, kind of. Poland's over here too, but they're a lot further away than I am. You'd think they would just go for me, but what are you going to do? I haven't really seen any French navies come into the Mediterranean either, which is interesting. I'm not complaining, because that saves us some work, but it is a bit weird. Yeah, there's the big Polish stack. We're going to go deal with Aachen. We've got Blois. Siege, let's move some down here. We probably could really tiny stack this at this point. But I just don't want to get caught by surprise because I'm not paying 100% full attention. Also, Paris has just been sieged by Poland, and they gave it to me, no questions asked. That's kind of them. Just going to sit my big stack over here, and then once I don't see any French troops, we're going to start sieging the Low Countries. Yeah, Poland doesn't need our help over there, it's fine. Alright, who do we have left in this war anyway? Let's go into this screen instead. So we have Aachen, which is here. Hainaut, which we can reach now if we wanted to. Munster's being sieged out by Poland and Bohemia, but Bohemia actively at the moment. Provence we could really peace out at any time, although it's interesting that they still have medium war enthusiasm. Not sure why they're more enthusiastic than France, but whatever. Scotland's in this for whatever they're going to do. I don't want to go up there. We are definitely not separate piecing Scotland out. That is way too much work. There's the navy for France, though, in case we were curious where it was. We're not going to go take out the French navy. That is way too much hassle for what it's worth. But now, everything down here is going to be sieged out. So we're going to wait just until it's all done. And then what we'll do is we'll combine these troops together, split them into two stacks, so we have relatively even armies. And that way we can kind of trim down inefficiencies as we go. Guess this stack can come over to Ream. Okay, perfect. Let's pick a province that has good supply. 46 is pretty good. I don't want attrition for no reason, especially not in a foreign country. But because we have this sieged, we can apply a general to it. That's fine. Okay. Combine them, split them. One stack can go here. The other one, take the general back. I don't really have anything for you to do right now. Oh, this is why Provence only has medium war exhaustion. I didn't realize they were over here as well. Wow, they've really stayed spread. Normally somebody eats one of the 3 main locations they're in, but this game it just hasn't happened. Okay, that's fine. Just means... Which stack was going up there? Not that one. Other one. Can you get to... Is that Lille? Let's get you up to Lille. There's no point you sitting there not doing anything. I think we could even ramp this up to speed 4 for now, because there's nothing else really for us to do. Oh, Charles I of Lancaster has passed away. Does that mean we need to re-royal marriage? We sure can. Beautiful. Let's turn the speed up to 4 and just let these sieges happen for a little bit. There's nothing we have to really worry about. Not concerned at all. Have a nice stretch while it's being done. Gotta make sure I stay stretched and stay hydrated. That's what I meant to say. Stay hydrated. Okay, Lille is done. Is there anywhere else they can reach right now? I don't think I'll be able... Yeah, I definitely can't get to Utrecht. I guess we'll just sit you in this province then. We're gonna have to wait anyway. Anything in our territory? Nope. Yeah, at this point we're waiting to see which one of these 2 sieges finishes first, and I'm going to put money on it being this one up here in Hainaut. Yeah, there we go, we're on queue. I don't want to... I don't really want to piece them out straight away, though, because I may not be able to get access through to anywhere else. Can I get to Aachen? Yes, I can. We'll start piecing them out in reverse order. Oh, there's a 7k stack there. That's pretty rude of them. They don't even have enough troops here to do the siege. They need 8,000. See what I mean about the AI doing some wonky things sometimes that make no sense? Yeah, we still don't need to turn the speed down. That's fine. Interesting. I was going to say Bohemia I thought was going to keep Verdun under their claim, but they did not. Yeah, and at least the AI has been very cooperative in that sense. We can now get to Utrecht. That's going to take a while. Purely because it's on the coastline. The Rhine is now sieged out. Is there anything down here we have to deal with? Nope. So we're going to go up to Munster. We could bring in Great Britain, but we definitely don't need to do that. Not unless we want to get France's colony away from them. Where even is their colony? Okay, they have French Columbia. Usually, from my own experience, when you see France with a colony in this game, they tend to end up with Loride down here. But obviously the natives have blocked this out quite thoroughly. That has not happened. I'm not sure if I want Britain to have this French colony, though. I'm not sure if that would be good or bad. Oh, the Holland is generating a colony of their own down here. That's cute. Yeah, I'm not going to bring them in. Really don't need to. Yeah, France has some other areas too, like the Gold Coast. But I don't want them anyway. They're too hard to maintain for us right now. because any other naval nation gets involved, like Britain or Spain, we're not going to do anything about it. That siege is going quicker than I thought. The one saving grace you tracked is on flat land. Haina wants to peace out. I guess we can at this point. I don't want to pillage them, though. That's the thing. I don't actually want to pillage them. Yeah, I would get 2 development, but it's 11 aggressive expansion. I would much rather take land off Provence and France than do that. I don't really care if I break their alliance either. I'm actually okay with it. Because I don't... Here's the thing. Yes, having a weak France is going to typically be good for me as Italy. But I don't want it to be so weak that it just gets eaten by Britain and Spain. I know Britain's my ally, but I still don't want a ton of them on the mainland. That would be terrible. This will be fine. Just taking all of their money and war reparations. They probably make a reasonable amount of money given where they're located. I'm fine with that. Who else could we theoretically peace out? Aachen. We can't yet because they're being sieged. Same with Munster. We won't have to siege all of this at the very least. So that's nice. But at this stage, we're probably going to be able to get everything we wanted out of this war anyway. No, don't declare Ongelra by accident. Aachen's a surprisingly small little province in this game. War reparations, I don't need to convert them. They're already the, well, right religion for us. That'll be fine. So is it just going to be take your money again? I would get 4. Here's... So it's still 11 aggressive expansion. If I pillage Aachen, I get 4 development, which is a little bit more tempting. I'm also curious, if you pillage a location, does the aggressive expansion spiral from where they are? Because they're quite a long way north, so they're really not causing a lot of change here. I think I actually might pillage them. Because 4 development is nothing to sneeze at. Let's take this stat back. We don't need to attrition for no reason. We still don't have Malta looking to rebel yet, which is awesome. I think we're quite lucky, honestly. Not going to complain, though. So, yeah, so what we'll do then, we'll siege Utrecht out. Ooh, Sweden has the DAC War, which just means lots of particularists. Just rebels. Stronger than peasants. Not much stronger, though. Can we please finish sieging these so we can get this out of the way? I just want their money. And our not a commandant, our commandant died. We do have a +3 replacement if we want to. That's exactly what we're going to do. They were born in Malta. Speaking of. How cute. Yeah, these. It's a very weird shade blue with the green stripes over it. It's very, very odd looking. Oh, they have rebels. Okay, we want this to end pretty much now then, because I do not want to have to deal with their rebels. I don't want their land. I'm going to force... Ooh, I can't force them to change religion because we still haven't sieged this out. I'm not going to bother waiting for that. That's taking way too long. They're also allied to Britain, so I don't want to beat on them too much. Let's just get this stack back as well. Honestly, at this point, we're not going to get time to siege out Munster. We're clearly not going to peace out Scotland, because that is a real pain. That would have been the one advantage of dragging Britain into this war, but I really didn't see the point. I'm going to wait one day. It's been a while since I've done a co-belligerent war. So Provence, we definitely want to take that province as the bare minimum. Do we want Toulon as well? How does this state work? Okay, they're all in the same state along with the Papal States as final province. I'm tempted to take Toulon as well. If I do that, it does put Austria into coalition range, but we kind of knew this was going to happen. And we're just going to have to accept it for what it is. I'm going to get them to release their core on our province, just so I don't have to worry about that. Take all their money. We're already getting war rep. I don't want to pillage them. It's only another 5 aggressive expansion, but it's still probably not worth it. We don't have a diplomat to send, really. Okay, well, I'm going to free up a diplomat for now. There we go. So Provence is now out of the way. Put our big stack there. We'll start coring all this stuff after the war. If anything, it might get fractionally cheaper. The other thing we want to keep an eye on is this. So our governing capacity right now is only 600, and we're technically above it. We want to keep an eye on it, because if you go too high, your aggressive expansion impact gets really nasty. And that can cause some horror effects when it comes to getting coalitions. But what will happen after this war, we're going to talk about ways that we can increase our ability to have a little bit more governing capacity, because there's a couple of ways of doing it. We'll talk about it. Hey, let's get France pieced out. So we're definitely going to take that province. Now, how does this break down in terms of state ownership? So it would make sense to take Lyonnais as well. It does mean we won't have a claim anymore against France, but we can just get one. That's not going to be a big deal. Nice thing about taking France, they're not in the Holy Roman Empire, so I don't have to deal with Austria demanding it back. I'm tempted to go for the humiliate. I'm definitely going to get war reparations. Like I said, I don't want to completely trash France, because if I break them too badly, then like I said, Spain's just going to come in and eat them, which is not what I want to have happen. Do I care about revoking cores on them? I do. I want their peace offer to be as high as possible, because while they're while they have a truce with us, they can't declare war on us or join a coalition. So I think we're just going to max this out with cash. That's a lot of money. So we're going to get 2 provinces. They'll be humiliated, which means we'll get power projection, which is great. We're going to get quite a lot of money, albeit we're spreading it around a bit. 36.8 base aggressive expansion. That's really not too bad. Yeah, France is going to hate us, but they won't be able to join a coalition for 15 years, so we may well be able to get that number down by then. Alright, let's piece them out. That is a lot of gain. We want to make sure that we don't have our troops simply autopilot back to our territory, because I don't want them to get wrecked by these rebels by accident. Let's core everything. Yeah, our governing capacity, we need to deal with this. That's not so good. So, in terms of governing capacity, how do we want to handle this? So, one way of doing it is under your reforms. You can spend reform progress to increase your governing capacity. It gets more and more expensive as you do it. So, not ideal, especially because we're not even at the end of our tree right now. So, I'd prefer to not do that if we can. The other way of doing it, let's pick our, just for sake of argument, let's pick a really nice province. Let's pick Milano just for a second. Actually, I want to pick one that's a state right now. Okay, Ferrara, that'll work. I wanted something with an empty building slot. So, in terms of buildings that are available for us, obviously, there's quite a lot, but really what we're looking for, and we don't have access to it quite yet, it's a bit later on, the town hall. It decreases state maintenance by 50%. So in an ideal world, you would spam these down everywhere. They're also effectively a free building in many ways, because their possible number of buildings plus 1 modifier means it's like building a free building. Just you have to spend the gold, so it's not free in that regard, but it's free in different ways. There's also the state house option down here. So it's especially good on a province that has paper, glass, or gems. We don't have a huge quantity of those. But it also makes the province governing costs lower It does also give +1 number of buildings available, so it still has that benefit. And the statewide governing cost is less as well. They're very expensive for gold, so I don't tend to build a ton of them. So what we're going to do, because we have so much money, we could do... So here's the other part. We do have the option, if we want to right now, of fully upgrading the Santa Maria del Fiore. Right now, it makes our advisors cheaper, gives us more splendor, and keeps our prestige higher. It becomes twice as good on the advisor and splendor front if we upgrade it. It's great, but we're not going to do that right now. Tempting as it is. Doge's Palace is also pretty good, primarily because that yearly Republican growth means we can pretty much just keep electing our family over and over again as long as they're good. We are going to do this eventually, but that aggressive expansion penalty is horrendous, so we're going to deal with that first. So we can go to buildings, courtyard. Doesn't matter, actually. You see how you can build somewhere with 0 buildings? Normally I'd be like, oh, well, I want to select things that don't have the ability to get blocked out for building slots. That's not relevant here, so we can just spam. I'm going to spam everything down to +3 modifier. So we're going to get, in about a year's time, a hell of a lot of pop-ups. It also means that for now... Oh, we have a province convert to reform. That's pretty rude. We don't want that. It does mean for now we're not going to be turning any more of these territories into states because, well, that would be quite the own goal right now. We still have 100 spy power with Spain. We better use it on something. Yeah, we can't threaten war on them. They're not intimidated. Do they still not have any rebels that we can do? Oh, they do. Oh my word. That would be an expensive thing to try and incite. I don't think that's worth it right now. I guess we should issue an embargo. Might as well hurt them that way. Other diplomats. For now, outraged countries will do. I don't really think threatening countries is anything to worry about. What's our naval force limit looking like? Get off that screen. We only have 3 rooms, so we're not going to bother with that. What is our military looking like? We have 10 space. Okay, good to know. We're not going to invest any more right now. Anyway, once we can annoy Spain some more, what do we want to do? I don't think we have any maps worth stealing anymore. I truly believe we may have got to the point... Yeah, we can steal 1 province's worth of information. Whoopee-doo. We may have finally got to the point where we don't need to spy on Spain anymore. Okay, we're not going to then. That's fine. We're just going to steal the very, very limited maps that we have access to. Like that. And we're going to really not need to spy on anybody, although we will... It's funny, the Ottomans like us. They like us because we both... I guess we both hate Spain. And they hate Austria, and we don't, but we're not friends with them either. It is an interesting thought to try and potentially rope the Ottomans in against Spain. But that is so, so dangerous, because the odds of Poland and the Ottomans ending up at war is really high. And we still have to think about this giant blob over here with 166,000 troops. We'll think about it. I don't think we're going to do anything with that yet. We can consider it next episode anyway. And we'll wrap it up now. Really appreciate you watching. How do you think we're doing? Did we take too much land? Did we not take enough? Let me know in the comments. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now. Thank you for watching the video, and if you'd like to see more, feel free to stick around.